All right, let's dive right in because something huge is happening in AI, like right now. We're talking about a fundamental shift. We're moving way beyond those simple chatbots we've all been playing with. We're talking about autonomous agents, AI that can actually do work. And this isn't some sci fi future stuff. It's happening as we speak, and it's kicking off this massive showdown between these new AI agents and the big established software companies. So you have to ask yourself, what could possibly wipe billions of dollars off the software market in just a few days? Well, get this. The story here doesn't start with some boring research paper or a flashy tech demo. Nope. It kicks off with a sudden, almost violent shock to the stock market. We're talking a multi-billion-dollar earthquake that sent a message loud and clear. The next era of AI isn't coming. It's already here. And man, it caught a lot of people completely flat-footed. So let's talk about this new economic reality. What was the trigger for this whole market earthquake? Well, it all points back to a series of really targeted, really strategic releases from one AI company, Anthropic. See, they decided to aim their new tech not at you and me, the everyday consumers, but right at the heart of professional white-collar work. Okay, so here's the play-by-play, and it happened fast. On January 31st, Anthropic drops these industry-specific plugins for its AI assistant Claude Kerwork. They're targeting really specific, high-value fields like legal research and financial analysis. Then boom, just 4 days later, the entire cloud computing stock index just tanks. It drops 6.5% in a single day. And if that wasn't enough, Anthropic immediately doubles down and releases an even more powerful model the very next day, just one punch after another. And the impact? It was immediate and honestly, pretty brutal. Just look at Thomson Reuters, a massive company known for its specialized research tools. Their stock just gets hammered, plunging almost 16%. And you gotta ask, why? Well, it's simple really. Anthropic's new AI plugins could suddenly do a lot of the very specific, very expensive tasks that Thomson Reuters software was built for. Suddenly, their whole business model is under threat. And it wasn't an isolated incident. We saw the exact same story play out in legal tech. Take LegalZoom, the company built on making legal documents easier to create. Their value dropped by a fifth, a full 20%. The market was basically screaming a message here. These new AI agents are coming directly for those niche, high-margin software businesses. And you can see how this fear just started to ripple out across the whole software as a service world. A company like HubSpot, which is all about marketing and workflow automation, saw its stock fall by a staggering 39% year to date. And the big worry here, the thing that's spooking investors, is the idea that one single, really smart AI assistant might just be good enough to replace dozens of these specialized apps that companies pay for every month. And look, this goes way beyond just software companies and stock prices. The CEO of Anthropic himself, Dario Amodei, has been incredibly direct about where this is all heading. Just listen to that quote. He's not just talking about automating software tasks anymore. He is talking about automating the actual jobs people do, specifically those entry-level white-collar jobs. He's basically spelling out the end game. Okay, so Anthropic clearly fired the first shot. This kicked off a full-blown race among the major players. And of course, OpenAI had to respond. But their countermove wasn't just, another cool feature. No, they're thinking much bigger. They're trying to build the entire foundation for this new world of AI agents. Think of it like this. They want to build the Windows or macOS for an entire workforce of AI employees. So let's be super clear on what we mean by an AI agent. We have to get the idea of a simple chatbot out of our heads. This is a whole different league. An agent is an AI that you can give a complex, multi-step task to. You could literally say, hey, go research our top 3 competitors' earnings from last quarter and put together a slide deck summarizing the key takeaways. And it just goes off and does it on its own. That's the key difference. And this is where OpenAI's big answer comes in. It's a platform they're calling Frontier. And it's crucial to understand, this isn't just another model. It's infrastructure. It's the plumbing. It's designed to solve the really messy, practical problem of how you actually get these agents working inside a real company. How do you hook them up to your CRM, your databases? How do you teach them your specific workflows? And then how do you manage them all without chaos? Now, the engine under the hood of Frontier is this brand new model, GPT 5.3 Codex. And here's the evolution. This isn't just for writing code anymore, not by a long shot. It's been totally re-engineered to handle these long, complex agent tasks.
We're talking about an AI that can manage the entire software development lifecycle, from finding bugs to deploying the code and even monitoring it once it's live. It's a huge step up.
Okay, so while OpenAI and Anthropic are in this heavyweight fight over the future of office work, Google just comes completely out of left field with something else, something totally different. They unveiled an AI that doesn't just do stuff for you, it builds worlds for you. I'm talking interactive, explorable worlds generated from scratch. And this table right here really gets to the heart of what makes this such a leap. We've all seen those incredible AI video generators like Sora, right? They make a movie and you just watch it. It's passive. What Google's showing off with Project Genie is completely different. It's not creating a movie. It's creating a simulated world, an environment that you can actually jump into and interact with in real time. It's the difference between watching a film and playing a video game. Now, don't get me wrong, this is still very much in the experimental phase. The computing power required is just insane, so sessions are limited to like 60 seconds. But, and this is a huge but, the idea alone, the proof of concept, was enough to send a shockwave through the entire video game industry. I mean, we saw stocks for huge players like Take-Two and Roblox take a serious hit just on the announcement. That's how big this idea is. But this isn't just a story about the big American tech giants. While they're all battling it out, a really powerful challenger has emerged from China, a company called Moonshot AI. And they're not just copying what everyone else is doing. They've rolled out a totally new kind of AI architecture that is, get this, both open source and ridiculously competitive on performance and price. So what's their secret sauce? It's a concept called the agent swarm. And it's actually a pretty brilliant idea. Instead of building one single giant know-it-all AI model to solve a problem, their system unleashes a whole team, a swarm of smaller, specialized sub-agents. They all work together, attacking the problem from different angles at the same time. Think of it like a team of specialists versus one general practitioner. And when you look at the results, wow, this is a massive threat to the status quo. On a really tough software engineering test, Moonshot's model hits an incredible 80.9% score. But that's not even the craziest part. Here's the real kicker. It achieves this while being 76% cheaper to run than the competition. And did I mention it's open source? That is a potential game changer right there. Okay, so at this point, you have to be asking yourself, how on earth is all of this happening so fast? Where is all this innovation coming from? Well, the answer is money. An absolutely mind-boggling, almost unbelievable amount of investment pouring into the basic infrastructure, the raw plumbing that powers all of this AI. Just look at this number, $650 billion. Let that sink in. That's the amount that just 4 companies, we're talking Google, Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft, are planning to spend in a single year on AI infrastructure. That's the data centers, the chips, the whole shebang. And just to put that number in perspective, this isn't just some small budget increase. For each of these giants, what they're spending in this 1 year is more than their entire AI budget for the last 3 years combined. This isn't just spending. It's a massive, concrete bet that we are only at the very, very beginning of a huge AI arms race. And it's not just the spending. The underlying hardware is getting better at a breakneck pace. NVIDIA is promising that its next-gen platform, called Rubin, will make running these insane AI models 10 times cheaper. A 10-fold cost reduction. I mean, that is just going to pour rocket fuel on a fire that is already burning white hot. All right, so let's zoom out and put all the pieces together. You've got the market getting totally shaken up. You've got these new agent platforms being built. You've got interactive world models. You've got powerful open source challengers, and it's all being fueled by this insane infrastructure spend. When you connect all those dots, it points to one thing, a massive industry-wide shift that is happening right now. Look, the key takeaway here is that we've officially moved past the initial hype cycle. The speculation phase is over. We are now squarely in the pragmatic phase, where this technology is having real, measurable, and often disruptive economic consequences. It's not about what AI could do anymore, it's about what it's doing. This is the new reality. And all of this brings us to the most critical question of all. We've already seen the first wave hit legal, finance, and marketing software. We've seen the tremors shake the gaming industry. So as this tech just keeps getting faster and cheaper and smarter, the real question isn't if more industries are going to be disrupted. The question is, which workflows, which jobs, and which companies are next on the list?